Jai Gurudev. It's an amazing privilege to be with all of you in the presence of love. I have a small story to share that's really incredible. But first I'd like to start with a story about a saint called Rabia Alwadia. She was one day visiting a friend of hers who was also a saint, and they were by the side of a lake. And so he went there, she went there to visit him. And they started to chat. And so then he took his prayer mat and he threw it in the air and it stayed. And he levitated up and he said to her, "Come up here and let's do our namaz." Then she took her prayer mat and she threw it on the water. And she looked up at him and she said, "What you do, birds can do. What I am doing, fish can do." And she said to him, "You should not concern yourself with the things that others can do. The main concern should be in the relationship with love, with God. This is the main concern." And she said to him, "This is what will transform you." So a few days ago, actually yesterday in the morning, I went upstairs to Guruji's room to ask him something. And then he shared a really amazing series of photographs with me of a young woman in Portugal that was about to self-combust. Means that so much heat was in the body, it was going to explode. So when I was a teenager, I'd read many cases of this. It's called internal combustion, where sometimes people burn and there's nothing left of them but their shoes, or even in stranger events, their bodies burn, but they still have their jackets or their hats, or they still remain. And so he was telling me that a devotee from Portugal had sent these pictures to him, together with a message that when the process of this self-combustion had started, her body was covered in blisters from the inside all the way from her legs up to her head. And so medical intervention was, medical doctors tried their best to help her, tried their best to stop the body from overheating, from burning up, they tried their best to save her life. But there was nothing they could do. So the person who sent the message is a devotee who is a friend of the family. So she went to the hospital to see this young woman. And on seeing her, she realized that there's only one thing that she can do, or that she knows how to do, and that is to ask for the grace and intervention from Guruji. So she started doing this by thinking that she lays the situation at his feet. And as she was doing it several times, the air in the room filled with the smell of roses. So where was he at the time? We were in Varanasi, climbing a million stairs, going into this temple, into that temple. But because of the relationship that devotee had with her, it was enough. The intercession was enough. The connection was enough to make something miraculous happen. So laying in her hospital bed, waiting to explode, literally. And somebody had the relationship and the wisdom to know. It's like Arjuna when he was with Krishna on the battlefield. And he says to Krishna, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha. That even though he knows how to be a warrior, even though his entire life has been that already, he was about to fight the biggest battle of his life. Like that young girl in that situation was fighting for her life. Something really difficult was happening to her. We find ourselves in similar situations. Our bodies may not be exploding, but often our minds are. Often we lose our way. Vichamitvam, dharma samuda chetaha, the ability to make correct decisions disappears from our minds. Right? So the same as her, the asking is for succor, the asking is for grace. We are asking, everybody who is here right now, we are all seeking something. We are seeking this love. Usually we look in the wrong places. Today we are looking in the, by grace we are looking in the right place. So what happened to Arjuna? What happened to this girl? What is happening to us? This morning I was having a conversation with Adi Lakshmi. And in it she was saying how Guruji answered a question. She was asking him how to remove pride. And she said it was the simplest answer she'd ever heard. He said, simply forget about yourself. So the same. The thread that connects the experience of Arjuna, the thread that connects the experience of this young woman in Portugal, the thread that connects our experience is the thread of love. And in love, you're not thinking about yourself. You think about the other. In the difficult situation, Arjuna came to Krishna. Then he ends that verse. So Karpanya dosha pahata swabhavaha pachami tvam dharma samuda chetaha yachreyaha syanishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadi mam tvam praparnam. I don't know what I'm doing, where I am, where I'm going. Everything has abandoned me. The way is not clear for me. Then he says to him, please, you take me as your disciple. And you instruct me what to do. So because that woman, the devotee, had the ability to know, I don't know how to do, what to do, she turned to the resource. And this is what is miraculous. We turn to many things all the time to try and solve our problems. But when we turn to the one place that can, when we turn to the divine, when we turn to the Guru, we can only but benefit ourselves and benefit everybody around us. Our lives become miraculous because of the love relationship. because we forget about ourselves. So today Guruji is sacrificing his time to pour this love. So I encourage you, don't take and leave. Take and remain. Use the experience. Stay in the awareness of this love. Let it grow more and more inside of you. And then love is the only thing that grows by sharing. What you receive, you pass to others. And so we do our responsibility, what we are here to do, which is to love. Enjoy the rest of the evening. There'll be many other stories to inspire you. Jai Gurudev.